Hello, welcome back. Let's try this mission again. This time I think I'm gonna start heading south so I can meet up with Annette and Mercedes more easily, because I think up here they'll have less trouble because Gilbert will be here, so he won't take physical attacks so badly.
I'll comply.
Okay.
This could turn the tides.
Okay. Okay, there was like nothing I could have done about that.
It's
There's like nothing I could have done about that.
I'll comply. What's my strategy?
So this is the only thing I can think to do. Use Nosferatu so that any physical attacker that tries to attack Dimitri will then have
I must lead them well.
Biles will be supporting Dimitri so that his avoid goes up. Otherwise, like, I don't... Actually, his avoid isn't even any better. I feel like that avoid was just as bad. Yeah, he's just gonna die again. Oh. Why didn't...
It smells. What's my strategy?
Why didn't that work? Okay, I was hoping that would crit him, but so I could just clip the Iron Lance. But let's see if the change in RNG will now allow Dimitri to live. Well, it is different RNG because that was slightly different than last time. Not any better though. There, that's better. Not taking that bow attack is very important.
Watch and learn. Here is something to believe in. It won't be in vain.
Oh wait. This is... What the fuck am I supposed to do?
What's my strategy? I'll comply.
Okay, you know, I'm just gonna go basic. Just, you clip that lance, and then Violet can just attack. Nosferatu. He'll have better avoid anyway, and he'll be able to steal health.
That will work. Out of my way.
Careful. No damage from
I
that guy.
disposed of doubt long ago.
And now he's disposed of doubt long ago. That better miss, yeah. I mean, not having the javelin on helps a lot. Oh, there's also, I think, Dimitri's, Oh, they both hit. I forgot that Dimitri's, unique ability has evolved now to be slightly better than before. And I know what it does, but I'll read it off. But it's important that he stays at full health. Now he has Royal Lineage Plus, and it grants plus 20 avoid when he's at full health, in addition to the 1.2 times experience. And I'm pretty sure, well, I know Claude gets a different one on Rebel Hisses, and I'm almost sure Edelgard must get a different version of this too. So, like, the plus 20 avoid is specific to Dimitri.
I must pull through.
She's lost spots here.
This could turn the tides.
Just wait. People are hitting Miles a lot.
That would work. It's time.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure Void had nothing to do with Gambit dodging. But somehow he's still a charming person despite his new personality.
That would work.
Damn. Skip that. Okay. Yeah, okay, good.
I'm your girl.
Even if I die,
Holy shit.
I'm here to help. No escape.
No!
At your service.
What's my strategy? Now's our chance.
I'm just
I'm your
in
girl.
disbelief. Surely these 80% must not be true.
I'm sorry.
I'd be honored.
My orders?
It's not a full HP, so it's not getting the extra dodge.
Child's play. All talk and no action. That's your best. We must be prudent.
You have my support.
Hopefully this will hit.
Our plan is ready.
Bad idea.
I'll comply.
I just need to do this again.
We'll cover this. No foe shall escape.
I must lead them well.
What's next?
That was a chance.
Predictable. Not enough. Child's play.
There's no turning back now.
Lost some precautions, which I know why they're giving it to me, in case I don't have a healer.
Now! What about this?
Nope.
I'm your girl. This is our
No,
chance.
I didn't mean to just select it without. Well, okay. It's a huge waste of that gambit, but
At your
it
service.
kind of has to hit otherwise.
What's my strategy?
Otherwise, I'm fucked.
I'm here to help.
I have an idea.
I'll comply. Too weak for this world.
Oh,
It won't be in vain. I'll use.
this was on the reverses already.
I'd be honored.
Oh, right, yes. I forgot about that.
still here.
Proceed carefully.
Just wait there, I guess.
I don't expect forgiveness.
This could turn the tides.
We can't be careless.
All is going to plan.
Not finished yet.
It was the only way.
Try to keep up!
Doesn't really matter.
My orders?
I've made.
Okay. Good. I don't have to waste another reverse.
Long time no see, Professor. I always knew in my heart that we'd meet again. At your service.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Oh, good luck, pilot. You're dead, right?
So... What's my strategy?
I'm your girl. Long I'm sorry. At your service.
I'll comply.
My orders?
I'd be honored.
We can put the iron bow.
Much appreciated.
Getting to see you and everyone else again makes having to leave my family feel less difficult.
Nice to see you too. Really gotta do something with SDLX. Oh, come on, don't hit twice.
Proceed carefully.
Not finished yet.
Yeah!
With it.
Cool.
I'd be honored.
You don't have Vantage, do you?
I'm still here.
How are you... Where are you gonna stand to do that?
My orders?
Our power is yours.
The time is now. What's up?
What's next?
Finally, you hit someone.
You were unprepared.
We promised 5 years ago we'd meet, here and now.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Okay.
I'm grateful.
Since I know my other guys are gonna be coming along the top right, I might as well just go there now to meet up with. There we go. To meet up with them.
Ready when you are.
I'll cut through.
So first, equip Thunder, then Dance for her,
What's the plan?
then equip a Javelin, wait, then wait, worth, yeah, like that. 93 Avoid, plus the fact you have Swordbreaker, so an extra 20 Avoid, plus the benefits you get for supporting with them.
Wasted effort.
Wasted effort.
Next try. Crack.
There are openings to the north and south.
That guy's actually trapped in there. Because they don't know how to pick their own stuff. So I guess he's gonna die. Jesus. That's good damage.
My duty is your death.
I fight and grow stronger. Only natural.
That would work.
No! I didn't
What's
realize
my
that was
strategy?
supposed down there anyway.
I'll comply. Eventually, I too will fall.
I'd be honored.
We can kill her over there, I think.
I'm your girl.
My orders?
was the only way. I'll keep moving forward.
Speed. Okay, way more than twice as much. I mean, way more than 4 more. 47 HP with 25 protection.
I'll cut through.
Hmm. 26 damage.
Ready when you are.
Let's try the second one. Oh, less damage than I thought, actually.
I'll cut you down! Too slow!
One to remember.
What's the plan?
How can you attack me? Oh, you can stand in the forest.
Is that it?
Stay next to your daughter.
Too coming.
I'll cut you down!
All right, next.
See you in the eternal flames.
Ah, no! Stop doing that shit. It's not what I wanted. 27. I'll use my last reverse just to fix that now.
I must steel myself.
At your service.
Watch and learn!
Close one.
I was paying attention to the amount of damage that would do.
I had to protect my friends. I'll do.
Oh, he's gonna use disturbance, okay.
I'm sorry.
So he doesn't say that.
Let's try something.
Child's play.
We'll cover this. This should do it.
Let's make sure this has.
It won't be in vain.
Sorry.
Should have switched off Excalibur.
I won't falter.
Oh, I crit. This hack can only hit Dimitri. Come on.
Can't afford to lose.
Even if I die. Atone for your sins.
Fancy meeting you here. A welcome surprise.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting something that nice.
Yeah! This is for everyone's good.
I'm glad we could meet again, Professor. It'll be nice to fight alongside each other, just like old times.
Where have you been the last 5 years? I was worried about you. And then I was just sad.
Nice guys.
I'll comply.
You're done!
You are done.
What's next?
Okay.
Just like that.
No chest. Yeah, I was like this chest over here.
This'll take some strategy.
This blade inflicts 5 damage on wheeler after combat in exchange for its high crit rate. Well, I like that. Ashia.
This could turn the tides.
Not quite ready to die. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I can't stop now. Will this make a difference?
Sacred weapon, Gloucester. Okay, so that would have. This is a weapon that is for Lawrence, who I don't have. Something special about you? No, just something remarkable.
No! I'm not the one you want! I guess I've got no choice! Yes.
Kidding me? Sorry, but no. You're getting the
Your
kill.
orders?
It isn't looking good for us.
Oh.
Should we retreat?
Oh.
You didn't plan on letting him get away, did you?
Wow, even though I forgot that, it's a good thing I didn't end up screwed with a guy like standing right here. Unless they just don't attack.
I'll comply.
I'd be honored.
Not quite ready to die.
What's my strategy?
At your service.
Could have shit that better. Oh well.
What's the plan?
Ready when you are.
Hope you guys aren't going.
I'll cut through.
Pass, pass, not pass.
see you in the eternal flame.
You're in tip-top shape.
Ah, you should yield me a tidy profit.
It's time. I'm here to help.
Lesson took me lightly.
What was that attack?
I'll use this power for the greater good.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Your Highness! Professor! I'm so glad you're both safe.
Why are you here?
Did you forget? We all made a promise on this very day 5 years ago.
Dimitri,
I mean, I
weren't you
probably
the
would have
one who
assumed that
asked that
promise
we all
was
meet
null.
up here? Don't be silly. Of course you remember our promise. That's why you and the professor are here, right?
Your Highness, I have been following news of your whereabouts for a while now.
Worse to do.
I am relieved to have finally found you.
Do not call me that. I am not a prince, but a walking corpse.
That is what we all believed, but it is not so. I can see with my own eyes that you are alive, Your Highness. But the jail cells in Ferdiad are as solid as they come. How did you manage to...
do?
What happened?
He's dead. He died in my place.
I see. We will be sure to honor his loyalty, Your Highness.
That sucks, but it's a
As
good
for
thing they
the
gave me
state of
Gilbert.
the kingdom, the lords from the western regions have declared their fealty to the Empire, starting with House Rowe. Cornelia's band of traitors now refers to kingdom territory as the Fargus Dukedom. They've made Ferdiad their stronghold as they continue to invade the eastern region. She is a mage who has served the royal family for more than 20 years. There is much to tell you. I will explain everything in time.
Well, it's not like all of the kingdom's lords have sided with the
There's
Empire.
actually
There are plenty of houses, like mine and
wait,
Felix's, that remain stubbornly opposed.
Yeah, it's nice that Sylvain and Felix's houses are still trying to fight for the old Fargus. They actually mentioned Cornelia during like one dialogue bit, like in the middle of part 1, where they mentioned that Cornelia was this woman who came and into Fargus Kingdom and solved a lot of the kingdom's problems. Like there was a famine or something like that, or a drought or things like that, and she just like engineered like plumbing and things like that and really helped out the kingdom a lot, and that she was like kind of like a remarkable woman. But now apparently she's helping Edelgard.
Your Highness, please allow us to take up arms at your side once more. What we need more than anything isn't soldiers, money, or supplies. We need the legitimate heir of Fargus to overthrow the Empire and reclaim the kingdom.
I do like also that Gilbert, he was a knight of Saros, and I think they might still label them that if you actually look at his affiliation. But really, like, he's not a knight like Catherine and Shamir are still would belong to the knights. Like, that's who they fight for, because for what's left of them, they're going out looking for Rhea. His main concern is his old allegiance to Fargus, and I think that's cool.
Such is your duty. It is yours alone to bear, and well worth fighting for. Only you can gather our troops and lead us back into the light.
I see. So, you all agree that we must fight back. And you see how that woman, how the Empire cannot be forgiven. That we must wipe them all out until not a single one of them remains.
Wipe them all out? I don't think any of us here are suggesting anything that extreme.
Professor, there is something I would like to ask you. Please, join me inside the monastery. To think you survived under all that rubble for the past 5 years. I suppose stranger things have happened, odd as that is to admit. There is still much I would like to ask you, but I think that's enough for now.
I also really like that Gilbert's like a main character now, like central. Is Rhea safe? Where are the Knights of Ceros?
On that day 5 years ago, during the battle with the Imperial Army, Lady Rhea went missing. Since then, the Knights of Ceros have continued searching for her. And for you, I hear they have yet to find any promising leads. As the Empire has yet to release a statement, it's hard to imagine that she has perished. And yet... No, never mind. Once news of your survival gets out, everyone will flock back to the monastery.
What happened to the kingdom?
After that battle, a certain incident took place in Ferdiad. Rufus, who was serving as King Regent, was murdered. I was once a knight in service of the royal family. I resigned from the Knights of Ceros and returned to serve the kingdom. However...
That's Cornelia.
This is madness. You truly claim that His Highness is the one who killed Rufus?
Oh, but it's true. The only one who could slip past the bodyguards and kill so efficiently is the young prince. You can't deny it.
Rufus is Prince Dimitri's uncle. His Highness is incapable of such an atrocious crime as murdering his own blood.
Ah, but they were never very close, were they? It's a well-known fact among former retainers. There are even rumors that Rufus was originally involved in the tragedy of Dusker. Perhaps His Highness believed those rumors and murdered Rufus in a fit of rage. But I'm afraid none of that matters now.
Cornelia, do not tell me that you...
The decision has been made. His Highness will pay for his crime with his head. His sentence will be carried out the day after tomorrow. On that day, the royal bloodline will come to an end.
Well, so saying the extra exposition.
All you have left to do is sit back and watch, you senile old fool. Watch as the kingdom you love
Like, why is she
falls to
being so openly
ashes.
antagonistic? How does that help?
It was soon after announced that his sentence had been carried out. With His Highness's death, the royal bloodline of House Blathid was erased from this world. True to her word, all we could do was watch as she tore the kingdom apart before our eyes. Since the execution and the prince's corpse were concealed from the public, there have always been those who believed His Highness was still alive. As for myself, I only began to hope 3 years ago, when I chanced upon some compelling rumors. An Imperial platoon attacked without warning. Incident after incident of Imperial generals being slaughtered in Kingdom territory. It is said that each died in such a brutal, gruesome way that it is hard to imagine they were killed by human hands. I followed the rumors to location after location. Eventually, I had seen enough. I knew the rumors were true. Finally, after a half-decade of torment, it happened. I found him. I fear his deep hatred and the weight of his solitude have consumed him for far too long. We must bring him back from the edge on which he stands. To that end, I must speak with His Highness. I imagine it will not be a quick or easy conversation. I pray that he is of a mind to speak of such things. I am certain that my words will... never mind. What must be done, must be done. I would wager that you are weary after the day's events. Perhaps you should take this opportunity to get some rest.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Guardian Moon. The Delusional Prince. Prince Dimitri and the remnants of the royal army join with the remaining Knights of Seiros to form a revitalized kingdom army. Using Garreg Mach as their base of operations, they rise to action against the Empire.
I'm not sure if anyone's class would have changed except Dimitri's, but I can look. I doubt it. At least not for anyone I use. Also, weapons is interesting.
You? So you were alive after all.
Professor,
Everyone else
it's
who
so
wasn't
good
part
to
of
see you again.
your
My brother and
original
I
mission
were
accepted
worried
it.
about you.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Gilbert has told us everything. From here on, our strength is yours as well.
Does my
Cyril's the
heart
only one who
well
looks
to
different.
see that all of you are safe. Now that we have all gathered, let's discuss our next course of action.
We have two objectives: to overthrow the Empire and to rescue Rhea. I have no objection to joining forces with you. After all, our interests are aligned.
Yep.
Nothing could be more reassuring than securing the cooperation of the Knights of
Like you said,
Seiros.
there's absolutely nothing we have against each other. I mean that one sarcastically, so.
The Archbishop
Might not be true in
entrusted
different
all of her
storylines,
affairs
but
to
this
you.
one you're fine
From
with
now
the choice.
on, I shall comply with your wishes.
We'll make Garreg Mach our base, and prepare to make our stand against the Empire. There is a fair amount of damage, but we will at least have shelter from the wind and rain.
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
While it may be a strategic location, it's too far from the front lines to be worthy of notice at the moment. This area is inconvenient as far as transport time is concerned, so it's of little importance to their war effort.
Even so, nothing slips past the Emperor. It is safe to assume she at least has this place under surveillance.
Professor, what do you think about making this place our base?
I think the assets weren't created for us to do anywhere else.
Fortunately, there are still villages and hamlets nearby, and though I wouldn't call them abundant, we have war funds as well. What do you think?
In other words,
Your Highness?
everything you could do before, you can still do.
Do as you please.
Hey, don't act like this doesn't concern you. We finally are reunited after all this time. We've got to work together.
She's right. In fact, why don't we all join forces and clean this place up a bit?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it'll give us time to reminisce about all the good old days at the Academy. I can't wait.
How carefree of you.
It may sound trivial, but, well, I think it's a good idea.
I understand feeling impatient, Your Highness, but patience is key at a time like this. If we fix up our base, it will improve morale, which will be sorely needed as we...
Fools.
God, you're such a dick now.
Stay out of this.
Please, calm yourself, Your Highness. We are not your enemies.
My enemies say the same.
What happened to him? It's like he's a completely different person.
I feel so bad for him. Would it help if I brewed him a nice pot of tea?
I cannot claim to understand how he feels. However, the way he's behaving, it's as though he's being haunted by some unseen force. Perhaps.
Felix's eyes are just permanently wide. Felix seems a bit more nice. Like, he didn't greet me with, like, hey. dickishness. Okay, alright, so now we're gonna get into the part 2 support
That
conversations.
hurts. Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I'm sure after this mission I'm gonna have a ton of support conversations I can trigger.
It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Didn't you want to kill me?
I certainly meant it when I said it, but when I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours. No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier, and the life of a nobleman, and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting. Those were dangerous times.
I mean,
One
you
wrong
have Lance
step,
of Ruin.
and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me.
If I hadn't done the
If an
support
emergency
conversation, I
arose,
wonder if...
I was supposed to
I
be
mean, if
called
I hadn't
back
done the mission, I
home.
wonder if I would have been
I
allowed
guess
to
those
support.
very
Oh no, wait, that's part of the
situations
game.
are why my family values crests so much.
You have to...
Since
No,
I bear
actually.
a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting.
No, you don't.
My older brother
It's a
didn't
side
have one,
quest that gives it to you.
and so when I was
Maybe he
born,
gets it now no
he
matter
was
what.
pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too. Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest. Yeah, it's late to admit it, but I get you. It would be best just to tell them to heap their empty praise elsewhere. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you. Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
Can't believe we're
Thank
doing
you for
this.
inviting. Thank you. Quite delicious. Hmm?
Cats, school uniforms.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yes. Wow.
Wow.
Hmm?
Gambit? Cool.
I wonder what your favorite food is. Meat? Veggies? Fish, perhaps? Oh, or maybe sweets. Wow.
I was right. Goodbye.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, because I have people level 30. Like, I'm not gonna deal with him, but she's very close. What does she need? Okay, she'll be 100%, so she's fine there. not gonna do it for Felix, but oh, you can get a permanent magic increase, so it could be worth it. %. God, that's just expensive. Oh, good. I can class them up. Maybe. Okay, first, let's try you for the Mortal Savant. Nope.
I suppose I would.
And you for the Sniper. I'm not going to keep him as a Mortal Savant even if he gets that. I just want the extra strength and I guess resistance that it also gives you. So, what is your inventory, man? You don't need that. Just take the steel though. Okay, so you're getting there. Lance needs to be C. Riding needs to be A. Lance is very close, and riding, yeah. At least once you get there, we'll soon be able to start trying. And you for the Grimoire or whatever. I think we're not anywhere close. We're already at, we're not at 0%, so that's good news. We're working on her. She's making good progress for a reason. Okay, so even if I could make a Mortal Savant, it wouldn't give it a stat boost, so I don't need to worry about that. Just need to get this Grimoire. When I can, I will. Defense would be nice. Now, any character can summon or tutor me between sessions and stuff like that. So that'd be nice. Okay, let's do this.
Sylvain, eat these.
What are these, Felix? Oh, hey, is this candy?
A girl in town gave them to me, but I don't want them.
Right. You don't like sweet stuff. Thanks. I'll eat them later. So, what do you need? Want me to help you get closer to a girl? Just point her out.
You're incorrigible. No, I wanted to thank you for your help in battle. If you hadn't spotted that enemy ambush, I would have been killed.
Nah, I didn't do anything special. Friends help each other out, especially on the battlefield. Just a little give and take, you know?
You never change.
Nope. I try to stay on an even keel.
You're always...
Always what?
Nothing.
Come on. If you've got something on your mind, then say it.
I'm definitely gonna change
Maybe I'll
Felix's
tell you
costume
later,
to look like this in
maybe I
battle
won't.
rather than the dancer.
Fair enough. I'll be having something to eat while you're deciding whatever it is you're deciding. Actually, come with me. My treat. If you do want to talk, then I'm right there.
Okay, just this once. Only because you saved my life.
Free food, possible conversation, and when we're done, we can find some girls. It was a joke! Felix, I was joking. Come on, let's just go eat.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can...
Hmm?
You can keep thinking of me as your little brother. And that'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Oh, Glenn,
Well, you
were
don't
amazing.
look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Whatever.
Full supports.
Why
Here.
are you taking over my cleaning responsibilities?
You're wounded, and you're going too slowly. I couldn't stand to watch.
You're still fretting over me, are you? I'm fine now, really. It wasn't even serious.
It is nice that everyone's out of the school uniform, so
Could
they
have
all
handled the
get their own like
situation
houses
alone.
get up.
That enemy wasn't much of a threat.
Yes, we all know you could have. But I also didn't want to risk something unforeseen befalling you. I've been doing some thinking. I feel a bit lost. I don't know that I'm cut out to be a knight after all. Without fulfilling that dream, without being a knight, I've been asking myself where my place is in the world. And I think I found my answer. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. So I want to protect those I hold dear.
That's why you were protecting me, huh? What a fool you are.
Foolish to act in line with what I value most? Were I to die, I would die knowing I followed my heart, my truest calling. I've been reading through more of that book I was telling you about. Recall the
5 years
hypothetical
later.
question it posed? Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
You've been reading that garbage again?
The book never specified that one should prioritize the commander's
Kind of weird they're
orders.
talking about it 5 years later
Instead,
as if
it suggested
he would
that
remember
one
what
should
book she's
follow their
means.
heart in the matter. That's what a knight, that's what anyone being true to themselves should do.
That's just the editor's opinion.
Of course, and I find value in that opinion. Glenn died following his heart, not heeding the commands of the country or even the royal family. His death
Glenn caused
pains
a
me
lot.
to this day. It was a tragedy. But had he survived, I think he would have suffered. I will follow his example. No matter the outcome, no matter the circumstance, I believe in myself.
You know nothing.
What is it that you know then? What is it you fight for, Felix?
My own beliefs.
I see no difference from my own stance.
You don't understand.
You fight to be stronger than everyone, that you might protect those you care for, correct?
Okay, fine. You do understand. My point is, don't let this happen again. If you died, I'd be annoyed.
To avoid annoyance, then, I suggest you continue to grow stronger. If that happens, I might allow you to protect me too.
You're insufferable.
Excuse me, Ash. Do you have a moment? I finally managed to finish cooking a dish, and I would love for you to have a taste.
Sounds good. I'd be happy to. Wow, Mercedes. This is delicious.
I used that herb you suggested. Boiling it gave off such a lovely aroma. I think I used the right amount of spice, too. Even I could eat it without burning my tongue. I'm a much better cook now, thanks to you. I hope you can continue teaching me.
Oh, definitely. I should thank you, too.
Thank me? Even after all the trouble I've caused you?
Seeing you persevere has made me really happy. In fact, you've reminded me of someone I cared about a lot.
Oh, someone you cared about? Romantically? This is all so sudden, Ash. I don't...
I didn't mean it that way. I was actually thinking about my brother.
What a relief. I didn't even
I'm
know
not
you
interested
had
in
a
you at
brother.
all.
He was the son of Lenato, my adoptive father. I always called him my brother, though. Failure never got to him. All he'd ever do is laugh and try again. Whenever I was feeling down about a setback, he would cheer me up. He'd say something like, "Don't worry, we'll tackle it together next time." I was always happy to have him around.
He sounds like a wonderful person.
He was. And I get the same feeling from you.
I've done nothing but bother you with frivolous little things. I'm sure I could never be like your brother. But I'd like to stay by your side, if you'll have me.
What do you mean?
I want to be there to help you in times of need, or to cheer you
Oh
up when
yeah,
you're
I
feeling
forgot.
down.
This game
I should
has
be able
a
to manage that without
strange
doing too much
tendency,
damage.
which I'll describe in a second.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Thank you, Mercedes. I know I can rely on you.
Yeah, so final supports between opposite gender characters a lot of the times end up leading to like that weird romantic music playing in the background and implications that they want to be married after or at some point in the future. I think they and it happens a lot, like to the point that and I don't really like this, that it looks like some characters are just fooling around because they make similar promises to different characters of the opposite gender over and over again. But they probably do that in case, like, for example, if Ash and Mercedes were an A support, like say Ash is more likely to have an ending specific to Mercedes, or more prioritized to have a Mercedes fix an ending than a Net. So say like you have all three, Mercedes and Net and Ingrid as an A. I'm thinking the way it works is like maybe Mercedes has priority, so if all three of them are A, the ending will be Ash and Mercedes. And if Mercedes doesn't have an A, then it'll be Ash and Annette. And if Ash and Annette don't have an A, then it'll be Ash and Ingrid. That's like a theory. I'm pretty sure it might work something like that. So what they're setting it up so that they could like end up together after the end of the game. And they're just throwing a lot of like romantic shit out there in case you don't have certain ones. I'm guessing that's what's happening because like I noticed it a lot more in the Golden Deer playthrough that it was honestly starting to bother me. Everyone kept saying like they really like each other and they would love to spend more time with each other after the war, and they all but like were proposing to each other, but they kept doing it to different characters, and I was like, this is really weird. So like I'm not sure this one won't do that because this is only the first.
How unlucky that we were assigned to clean this ancient tower.
Well, it's not a pleasant job, but someone has to do it.
With all the windows boarded up, it's so dark. And there are strange noises. Like that noise. What was that? A rat? Tell me it was a rat.
Better than a ghost.
You're not scared of ghosts, are you, Ash? I didn't think you'd be.
You haven't seen what I've seen. Ah!
Ah! Oh no! What was that noise?
It's okay. It's just the wind blowing the door shut. Oh no, the latch is rusted. It won't budge.
What? You mean we're trapped in here?
I'm sorry. I didn't think to prop the door open.
Don't worry about that now. We need to think of a way out of here.
Well, what if we were to pry the boards off the windows?
Yes, that! We can do it in no time.
Oh, there's something on my face!
Calm down, Ash. It's a cobweb. Just a cobweb. We've got to pull ourselves together. Now, which of the windows should we check? I can't stand it here in the pitch dark.
Oh, I've got one here. Stand back.
Just causing more structural damage.
I wouldn't want to go through that again. For a moment there, I didn't think we'd make it out alive. No. Oh, wait! I've lost it. It's gone.
What is it?
The doll my father gave me. Oh, I must have dropped
Gilbert's
it.
doll.
In the tower? Are you going back for it?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been meaning to throw it out for a while now.
Oof.
Are you sure? If it was a gift from your father...
Yes, but it can't be helped. Let's just get back to the monastery.
Right.
Does Gilbert have any? He does. Not with a net yet, though.
Excellent. Well done, Ash. Continue such work, and you will certainly make a name for yourself.
You think so?
I guess that's why I
Thank
can
you,
play Ash and
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Because I can
You
support.
really are amazing, you know. Your skills with the lance and bow are just incredible.
One learns the craft of knighthood well after 40
Wait,
years
lance
of
and bow?
service.
He wasn't using either one of those.
Wow, 40 years. That's incredible. With that many years of training, I'd be really strong, wouldn't I?
Further training and service will only make you stronger. Yet why spend your life this way? Knighthood is not glamorous. On long campaigns, you sleep rough in all manner of weather, and may eat gruel more often than venison. It seems odd that you would admire me, or that you would long to be a knight. Are you sure of yourself?
But of course, it's been my dream for a long time now. I really can't help but admire you. Your years of knighthood are so impressive.
I do not deserve your praise. I merely performed my duties to the best of my skill.
Don't be modest, you're a great knight. If there's any more you can teach me, I would be very happy
Actually,
to
does he
learn.
get a crest? Like his daughter? I don't think he does.
Tell me this. Once you don the armor, raise your shield, and level your lance, why? What is it you wish to protect?
Protect? Well, whatever needs protecting, right?
You must know exactly what you protect before you become a knight.
I understand. I'll take that to heart. What is it that you want to protect, if I may ask?
My duty has always been to protect my lord. That is a given for any knight, but for myself, doubly so. Then there are the personal reasons. Each knight has their own, yet mine, I do not speak of.
Oh, how come?
Because it is personal. Mine. It allows me to focus on the work and grants me discipline. That is sufficient.
Discipline, huh? Something to protect. I'll have to think of something.
Yeah, he doesn't have a crest. Not like your daughter. Romantic?
There
We'll
you
see.
are, Ingrid.
Whoa, hi, Ash. You seem excited. What's that you're holding?
A book I found in town. I bought it for you.
From me? Ash, this looks very costly. Antique books like this are never cheap. Wow. The cover is stunning, and the binding is still in fantastic condition.
I drove a hard bargain. Still, I'll probably have to cut back on my spending for a while.
Why did you go to so much trouble?
It wasn't easy, but as soon as I came across this legend, I knew you had to read it too.
Well then, I will read it. Oh, the knight on the cover looks striking.
Fascinating, right? I was captivated from the moment I laid eyes on the cover.
There's an aura of stoicism
Oh
intermingled
my god,
with
it's just a
beauty,
picture.
even amid a gruesome battle. Wait, looking closer at the face, this knight is a woman.
Yes, and she was a real historical figure. She was born into a noble family and bore a crest, but she was accepted into the king's service as a knight. She fought in many battles at her king's side, serving him all her life as his right hand. Oh, sorry, I've said too much. I didn't mean to spoil the story for you. I'm just so excited. I hope you enjoy it too.
Thank you for the encouragement, Ash. Living as a knight is certainly not an easy task. I know it will mean much pain, strife, and heartache. But I still want to pursue that dream. Talking to you has reminded me. I'm not the type who gives up easily.
That's the Ingrid I know.
So to start, I'm going to read this book.
Great! When you're finished and freshly inspired, we'll talk about becoming knights. Not the ones in stories either. The real thing.
I look forward to it, Ash.
Okay, so yeah, that was more friendshipy than romantic. But believe me, some characters really do
No good.
shoot out
I've
proposals
lost
left and
sight
right.
of them completely, and those monsters might still be out there. I'd better get back to the monastery before dark.
Ash! Ash! I finally found you.
Cyril? What are you doing here? You're awfully far from your post.
I'd heard you'd gone missing, so I started looking for you everywhere. Here, I brought you a map. You can use this to get home later, right?
You came all this way for that. Alone. It's dangerous out here.
Am I being a nuisance?
Well, of course not. This is a big help, actually. You took a serious risk coming out here, though.
But I thought we were friends. That's what you told me, Ash. You said friends help each other when they're in trouble.
I did say that. You're right. Come on, let's get back to the monastery. I could use your help finding the way.
I know you could. That's why I came out here. Oh no, I just thought about it. I'm gonna be in trouble when I get back, huh?
Maybe.
Wow, you
Leaving
guys...
your post is against orders.
Oh, right, they're adults now, so they have
But
other
don't worry,
responsibilities.
I'll take a share of the punishment.
What? Why? You did nothing wrong.
True. We're friends, though, aren't we?
Friends gotta get punished together, too? I don't know about all that.
I wouldn't put it like that. I'd say friends stick together, through good and bad. So, let's split the blame. That's what friends are for.
Wow, so that's what friends are for. Okay then.
Aren't you like
when
20
you're in
now,
trouble
man?
next time and you need my help, I'll go with you to get punished.
Good. I hope you remember that, because I think we're going to be friends for a long time.
You betcha. Friends for life, Ash. That's a promise.
Gone. Killua.
Training
the
on
first
your
of the
own?
A's.
You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you, Sylvain, but there's nobody here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
You're here, aren't you?
How ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as your face.
You'd really say something like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd listen. Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
What? No, I'm saying if there's one thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
Whatever helps you feel better. Stay and protect me, then. I couldn't bear it if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
It's getting late. We'd better head out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training. I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's that strange look for?
Well, you're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel, I don't know, oddly at ease.
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
That must be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely. No matter what happens, we'll always be friends, Sylvain.
Kurapika. Leorio.
Annie? Do
Oh my
you
god, are they
have
gonna talk
a
about
moment?
that
this
slight
about
tiny
what
fight they had
happened when we were
5 years
shopping?
ago?
If so, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not so fast.
The thing is, you can't even do
I
this
haven't
organization
properly
until they're
apologized
adults.
yet. So, I'm sorry. I got scared. Imagine if something bad happened to you because of me.
Mercy.
You would have just run away if you were on your own, wouldn't you? Instead, you acted defensively because I was there. I dragged you down.
Mercy, you're upsetting me. How dare you say that you dragged me down? You know why I was acting so recklessly? Because I wanted to protect my best friend in the whole world.
Annie.
Do you remember when we first enrolled at the academy? It seemed like everyone was leagues ahead of us and so far out of reach. I felt completely hopeless. But because you were there, I didn't lose hope. So, don't say stupid things about how you dragged me down or how you don't deserve things.
Thank you for saying that. And again, I'm sorry. You're just so important to me. I know I could never find another friend like you. You've stayed by my side through thick and thin. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me.
Mercy, can we be friends again?
Of course, Annie.
You're telling me what happened 5
Friends
years ago
forever.
actually got in the way of friendship?
Good. I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't found a way to make up.
I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
No, I'm the one who should have stopped being so stubborn and said something. You know, now that everything's as it should be, I'm suddenly starving.
That's just like you. Come, let's go for tea.
Ooh, let's! And we should have some Mercy-baked sweets on the side. I think I love you more than just about anything in the world.
You do? Oh, Annie, you're too sweet.
Not as sweet as your baking. I love your baking more than anything in the world, too. Other than you.
Well, I'm always happy to bake for you, Annie.
I'm so happy to have you back.
Is everyone else with me? Oh man, I'm gonna have so many supports I have to get through. I can't trigger any of them now. Okay, so one of the most amazing things about these house leader things, the King of Lions Corps, you notice it's silver despite being an amazing battalion. It's because it's only a C rank battalion, which means I can give him an A rank one, switch this one out for something else. So I can give him something like this. Which honestly he'll put his avoid back up. I can give him this one back. Then I can give someone like Felix. There's a few different choices I have. Where is it? That's slightly lower as magic, so maybe not Manuela. Not you. I like the one you have. It might just be Felix. I was getting up to a B, but maybe I don't need it. Actually, it'll probably just go to Gilbert. I just need to get up to a C, which won't be that hard. Luckily your stats are kind of honed for becoming a Great Knight. I wanted to be a mounted Great Knight. It'll be like a more mobile version of the do. I'm gonna get this guy for all his soldiers eventually, but for now he can take the King of Lion Corps. God. He can take this for now, and then once Gilbert gets up to a C, and this guy goes up to a B, we can switch it up. Galatea. You are good at Lance, actually. I'm definitely gonna... Got a silver lance in here? I know I do. He's not good at the bow at all. Ash just fucking lied. Alright, you also don't get monthly funds anymore. You don't get like a stipend. Gotta make your own money now. Okay, yeah, you used a lot of those. And maybe ashes, yeah. Okay. Everything else should be fine. Nobody else uses shit. Oh, never mind. Yeah, some people did. I think that's it. Yeah, let's just keep it like that.
Keeping it clean, sweeping it clean. No more trash, nowhere, no how. Oh darn, there's trash over there. Hey, Professor! The cathedral's a real important place for the Church
Look at
of
this place, it's a
Saros,
fucking
so I
dome.
always make sure it's all sparkling clean. The monks do some cleaning too, and they tell me not to bother, and sometimes they even say to go away, but they just don't clean as good as I do. I don't stop until everything shines. Nah, not really. And Lady Rhea told me it's okay if I don't show an interest unless I feel like it.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I
can
haven't
have
so
this
far,
conversation
but
when he's younger.
I just want to take good care of the
Doesn't
things she
intimate-
cares about. If there's a thing she wants taken
They don't
care
even
of,
like
then I'll
acknowledge
do
how
it
much of a
better
dump
than
this place
anyone
is.
else. Don't you feel the same? Since Lady Rhea really took a liking to you and all. Maybe you don't realize how great a person Lady Rhea is. She's always praying hard as she can for her followers all across Fodlan. She does it every single day. And even though she's always so busy, she tries to listen to as many people's needs as she can. When she's seen the kids who lost their parents in Remire Village, she didn't leave them there. She got the church to take those kids in, same as me. She's so kind. She's almost like a mom to all her followers, and just everybody that I can think of loves her. You really didn't know? Okay, maybe she likes you more than she likes me. But I know that I know a whole lot more about her than you do. I know these things, okay? So don't go talking down to me like you know better. Huh? Well, just as long as we're all clear on that.
I know dedication to Rhea can be kind of annoying, but I do like how, during the time skip, like, I don't know, I find some of his, like, you killed the enemy lines really cool, because they're directly referencing Rhea and his dedication to her. Jesus, Manuela. Yeah, it wasn't enough for me. Silver Sword Plus. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it. I'm not gonna say, I just have faith in Felix.
It was meant to be.
Oh my god. What level was that person? Double 23? Yeah, it's not even...
You fought well. It was meant to be. One to remember.
Hey.
You fought well.
Professor. Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now.
Nothing that happened 5 fucking years ago?
Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but... it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone, no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe. But I don't. You know, a long time ago, Lenato said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you. I do. It's probably because you remind me so much of Lonato. So what'll it be? How can I help? I'm happy to, if that's what you'd like.
I mean, it's like they wrote it in a way that if, just in case you are a girl, you can marry him. He's not one of the gay characters, so no, you cannot marry him. Or at least he's not gay for you, if he is gay. Right, there's not as many people to find. I should just teleport to where I need to go. And thank you for looking after these flowers all these years. Lost items should be gone now. Pretty sure they don't come back.
Do you have time for a request?
Catch a big one. Mysterious. That's it. Oh. I mean, good thing it's like practically impossible to fill these. Just got enough excellence. It's actually slightly harder.
You've done me a great service.
Professor?
A rank.
So I said, 2 can play at that game. I told him, a small-time little weasel like you ought to be begging me for attention. Oh, it gets me so mad, so worked up. Why aren't there any men around here who understand what a catch I am? Come to think of it, you've always been nice to me. I mean, you listen to all my problems. I feel like I can really trust you. I don't have that kind of thing with a lot of people. Right, I got it. I knew you'd say we were just friends.
But we're not.
I'd like to maybe talk about this once the war is over. Once we're all safe. All right, enough of this moping around. What we need is a change of mood. We've still got a lot to do together. When I think about that, what are 1 or 2 men?
Oh, she's sad.
What's wrong is, it's not just 1 or 2 men, it's more like 100 men, maybe even 200, more! I'm completely... Oh, I can't get out of this mood! Actually, I've got an idea. Exercise will help. I'm going to the training ground. Come on and give me a hand. Gonna work my anger out on 100 training dummies. Maybe 200 if we've got them.
Don't worry, just wait till the end of the game.
Now that I think about it, His Highness was right. We probably don't have time to waste on cleaning. Maybe I wasn't taking the situation seriously enough. After all, the Imperial Army could be showing up at any time. I was just so happy to see you again. And everyone else too. Maybe I got carried away. Oh, really? That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, I could do stuff like this.
Speaking of which, I finally managed to meet up with everyone again, but they're all so gloomy. Hey, Professor, care to join me for a cup of tea? We could invite the others and the soldiers. Doesn't it? Oh, there probably isn't time to bake any treats, though. Oh, I should invite Dimitri to come along as well. Though I don't suppose he'll want to join in.
Yeah, like all these soldiers are Fargus soldiers, you can see.
You're kidding. Is Dedu really gone? There's so much more I wanted to say to him. He was always so tender with the flowers in the greenhouse. I wonder how they're doing.
You can go look.
Oh.
Greetings, Professor.
Not even after the time skip, man. I can't. Not even.
You're kidding.
I don't know why, that guy just pissed me off so much in the original playthrough. He was so annoying.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Okay, standard grind thing can help with Anna's quest, assuming I'm still allowed to do it.
I need a favor.
What? Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing? You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble. Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's
You know all those deep secrets.
I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when
Okay,
he was
those rods
drunk,
are like definitely part of
he
the
let the
background.
secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life. Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like? In other words, he was exactly the same. When he was with the Knights, he always found time to go fishing. He was hooked on it, you might say.
Hooked.
He'd say there was no greater pleasure in life than sinking his teeth into a fish he'd caught and washing it down with a drink. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Hello there.
Get away from me, peasant. Don't hello there, me.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were supposed to gather together and pledge perpetual peace. But now that hope has been dashed, thanks to the Emperor's actions. The Alliance is also divided on the subject of the Empire, so internal conflicts are a regular occurrence.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
Professor,
Getting through these one at a
do you
time.
have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you.
At least after this, it won't hit you like a truck like they
Thank
did
you
this
so
time.
much. This is what
There'll be
I
a little
wanted
bit
to
better
address.
space.
This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Fuck him.
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream. It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the Officers' Academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me. I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need. That's a very good point. We're only given one life, so we must do all we can to pursue our happiness. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that
Oh,
obvious?
you tease.
I'm just teasing. Now
Except she's
I'm off
not.
to write this letter and stand my
Also,
ground.
she's one person you can marry as a
Thank you
woman.
for your encouragement.
She's one of the bi characters. All the other bi females are all in Black Eagle. All the other bi females, that is.
Professor.
Oh wait, no, that's not true.
Hey.
There's two other bi females, they're just not playable characters.
Hey.
Ray and Sothis.
Hello.
For some reason you can S rank them both, whether you're male or female. I don't really know what it means if you do Sothis. But you can S rank her apparently. However you do that. If that just means like, I don't know what it means. And then Rhea, I guess you can do whether you're a male or female.
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Thanks.
Oh, hi, Professor. Do you remember what we talked about before? About doing my best to not do my best? Well, I've been pretty busy recently, and despite my best efforts, I've been trying way too hard. I was busy all day yesterday with training and work. I just couldn't help myself. That's why I decided to take a day off today. It's just, now that I have a day off, I don't know what to do with myself. Please, you have to help me. What should I do? I tried that.
That's what I end up
I
doing.
couldn't calm down enough to fall asleep.
My character just falls asleep in the spot.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for not doing my best. Oh! You're a professor. You must know some secret technique for deep relaxation, right? If you do, please teach me. I'm begging you. I'm at my wit's end. Got it. I'll try that right now. This candy is so sweet and delicious, and it goes so well with piping hot tea. Ooh, and speaking of the tea, your brewing skills are incredible. I'd love to be able to make such nice tea, but... Oh, Professor, will you teach me how to brew tea like this? I'll do my best to learn, and then I'll make delicious tea for you as thanks. Oh, sorry. Back to my old tricks, it seems. So, why is it so difficult to not do my best?
Are you like subtle bragging or something?
And try to not try, but it just doesn't work. Professor? You're right. Doing nothing is just not my style. To be myself, I've got to do my best every day. Okay. Then you really must teach me how to make such delicious tea. You will, won't you? Please. Oh, and also, well, thank you. You've listened to me and helped me face my troubles. Now I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Honestly, I wish we could go on drinking tea like this forever.
Wow. That last line.
These past 5 years, many kingdom houses have become vassals of the Empire. The major houses of Fraldarius, Gautier, Karen, and my own family Galatea remain loyal. But the lords of the minor domains in the west have almost entirely defected. After all the royal family has done for them, they respond with betrayal, and to think they have the gall to call themselves nobles. But we still have His Highness, and you, Professor. I'm sure we can take back the kingdom's lands.
Who the fuck is Karen? Which house is that? I guess it's not someone in my party. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's Catherine. She used to be from that house. It's part of her supports if you ever do them. But she's not part of the family anymore.
Hey! Hey, Professor. It's been a while. It's really good to see you again. An awful lot has happened in these past 5 years. There were so many times I wished you were around. I'm glad you're back. Your skills are worth more than a whole army.
Hey! I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must
No, you just saw me
fulfill
when we were
my
fishing
promise.
right over there.
The promise I made to the captain, to keep you safe. I can't believe you've forgotten. How cold. Quite given up anyway.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about a favor?
I guess I failed the other one.
Got a favor to ask.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh.
Professor. Which means that there are some elements of your power that cannot be explained by current theory. Although this may lead to a discovery that alters the very fabric of Crest research. Oh, pardon me, Professor. I became lost in thought, and I do tend to ramble. I suggest we call it a day. Do you concur? It seems that I have gotten carried away again. My apologies. I know you are quite busy. I become so energized around you. When we get deep into the research, why, I feel 20 years younger. That said, perhaps we should discuss things unrelated to crests from time to time. Some sort of silly, light-hearted topic might be nice, eh? I'm not especially skilled at small talk, alas. Let me see. Perhaps we should discuss... I know. Food. Not my strong suit, the culinary arts, but I do enjoy a good meal. Which kind of food do you prefer, Professor? Sweet or spicy? Spicy? Quite the opposite of me. Yet you're an exception in lots of ways, so it's not altogether surprising. An old colleague of mine theorized that those who bear crests favor sweet flavors over spicy. She suggested that the crest exerts some manner of influence over... Oh, there I go again. How embarrassing. We were supposed to be avoiding talk of crests, weren't we? Terrible habit of mine. Finding a way to turn any conversation towards crests. I really should find a way to stop that. That is kind of you, Professor, but it's all right. If you were to lose your patience with me, it could have an incalculable impact on my research. That sort of thing has happened in the past, you know. Back when I was still in the Empire. At first, any lady I was spending time with would titter and say she didn't mind if I talked about crests. But at some point, she would always become fed up and stop listening to what I had to say. In the end, invariably, while I was particularly focused on my research, she would write to say we were done. You may be a man, but I still don't wish for you to grow tired of my company.
Is that last line just thrown in there just to acknowledge that I'm a guy? Got two more. That's the end of Hanneman, actually. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be able to get S once. I can already choose pretty much anyone. Anyone that I would care to, but it's gonna be Manola.
During his search for her grace, the Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going strong. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
Oh, you may also notice, it seems Dimitri's unable to deepen bonds right now. Yeah, you can't do supports with Dimitri at all. No one can. So eventually, spoilers, when you're able to do it again later in the game, you're gonna get another wall of supports.
Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak
I'm not
with
gonna
you.
marry you again.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this. This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family. Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained.
Okay, they could have balanced it out a little bit instead of giving you extravagance.
Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble. To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Professor!
That's just Felix.
Okay. In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace
Picture
and
doesn't
prosperity
really
have
look
declined
like
there
your
as well.
character model.
In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's
That has a
lord,
different color, too.
someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
One nice thing about this is I no longer have to talk to all those other house characters that I would just skip the conversation for anyway. True, just because I didn't recruit them, but yeah, I don't have to.
It seems that in the last 5 years, the monks here have left this place for the town below. However, once they learn of our return, perhaps they'll come back. I hope the monastery can return to normal someday.
Professor. Finally, I notched a win against you. Oh, please. I scraped by. When we
Honestly,
spar,
you could beat
I
me
feel
in
like
a
I'm
sword
revisiting
fight
my past.
every time, if you're just looking at our stats.
It's like training with my brother. He always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse. Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother, not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against. You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength, and then I'll become stronger still.
You already have, in terms of just pure physical prowess.
Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
Just a straight up nice guy now. What are your stat differences? Oh, I actually have more strength than you. But you're way faster. And my defense is barely better than yours. Our HP is equal. But he is 3 levels higher than me. And he has a crest that activates way more often too. I'm almost certainly he would beat me in a fight. He has better dexterity. Yeah, he would win. He would double attack on me. I mean, that alone is enough. Can't believe people still care about this. I fear that I may not be able to achieve my dream within my lifetime. Therefore, I must find a worthy successor. Wherever will I locate such a fervent youth? It will be easy after we rebuild the Officers Academy. Try the Ferdiad Royal School of Sorcery. Look in. I'm really bad at those.
Hello. I have a request concerning that creature. I can hardly look at the thing in the state it's in. Do something about it. Please do. We tracked the boar for 5 years. I thought he was dead. In the state he's in, he might as well be. He's gotten better at killing people, and in exchange, surrendered what little humanity he had.
Alright, he's not in the goals list either. I can't train him, I can't do shit. Which is so weird for like, that's not like true for all house leaders, it's just Dimitri. Like, if you were to do other house leaders, it would be fine. I can't train him, I can't support with him. He is the strongest character in my party. If only by a little, because my strength is actually surprisingly high. I think he got a little bit unlucky with strength growth, though. Still has plenty more levels to go, though. Can't give him lost items or gifts.
Need something? See you again soon.
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
You and Cyril should talk more often. Actually, do you and Cyril have supports? Because Jesus Christ. You don't, despite essentially idolizing the area to the same degrees of ridiculousness.
5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seiros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea. Thank you. I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
Instead of loyalty for Rhea seems much more reasonable. than Catherine or Cyril's.
Professor? My professor? You haven't changed a bit. At your age, I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years. Though, I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way. Ah, just the two of us, forever young. Oh, let me have my fun.
What do you say? Thankfully, it appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail. Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
And they added a new fast travel point up here because there's a new room up here now.
How? We have given proper burial to the Imperial soldiers killed in the monastery, the ones who were sent to investigate the thieves. Already, rumors spread that they were utterly annihilated. So regardless of whether there are spies observing us, the Imperial army will know of this soon enough. Your Highness, Dmitri, how could you be so reckless?
Oh.
We have given already, so Your Highness, I have a request.
Alright, you're the gather resources guy.
Yep.
Shit. Chapter 2 has a person like that. At least I had it for Golden Deer as well.
Oh,
or
good.
Golden Deer was Hilda.
Thanks.
But I obviously don't have it, the quest would have auto-completed.
Oh. You're kidding.
Because all I do is plant colored flowers, which they just give you gift items. Instead of items, which is why I plant them.
He's got...
What? Oh, it's because they have to be better than you at the skill in order to teach it to you. Unless they're, I think like teachers can always teach you that skill, like Manuela and whatever, Catherine, because she's a knight. But I think if it's your student, they can only. Nope, they're called advanced drills now, so I think it only works if they're of a higher proficiency than you are now.
What?
Yes. 5. The Church of... 5. The Church...
Well, he can still do it. Although he's also an A. Guess I need to go work.
My, at your... No,
We have given proper so
oh wait,
Your...
I do have them.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good. The money will be nice. You'll have like
we have given
a few of those throughout this chapter, throughout this part. Take your fishing floats.
This is wonderful.
Okay, no, so yeah, if they're a student, they can only teach you if they're a higher rank than you, but like other people, like the other people who are also A's, they could teach me anyway, so yeah, he's a D. So yeah, that's kind of the catch, that you can not use your own students to teach you stuff, but they have to be a higher proficiency at it than you are. So like Mercedes should be able to teach me Faith. Alright, now there's an upstairs. Not really much up here. There's this nice garden out here. Or whatever you call this.
Oh yeah. I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back.
Is that so? Wow.
And then finally I do another tournament just to get the extra money. It's only gonna give me money this one, but I'll want this eventually.
Next.
There's one specific point later in the game that I'm waiting for.
It was meant to be.
Why do you keep getting hit, man?
One to remember. You haven't earned my pity. It was meant to be.
New room, yes. Goals. Dimitri's not here at all, but this guy is. You need horseback riding, so Lance and riding. Stable duty. Oh, you guys can support each other. Cool. So yeah, do it. Good start.
What? You. You.
I need to get you ready for
like
that
to
class as soon as possible. You're all set, so no rush there. You do need some stat ups. Let's see, who needs for sure?
I'm just...
So hand him in.
Age is... I...
And that also needs it. You need the horses. Or the riding.
A question.
I prefer to use stealth tactics assessing my foes on the battlefield, but you take a different approach. Why is that? Those tactics don't give the enemy a chance to surrender. They pose too much of a risk if they fail. Assassination invites retaliation.
Understood.
Professor!
While I find healing to be important and necessary, there are times when I feel it is insufficient. To be truly useful, I would like to improve offensive magic as well, so my training can involve a balance of reason and faith. That's already what you're doing. Yeah, it's way slower loading to do this like group tasks after the part 2, and I don't understand that. It's super fast in part 1, and then just random loading.
Ready
here.
when you are.
I suppose...
The task is...
I'm just not there yet.
Still a long way to go.
Okay, you can
All
stop
that work
training
was
and
worth
wait.
It's all instinct.
Impressed yet?
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
It is so much fun to sing with others.
I understand.
You can go... Don't really care about riding for you either. Just lance and axe. Just had to see what dark magic was good. I mean, we're getting there. Better than the E she was starting at. These are super low level. I'll do them, but... extra magic.
Easy.
Nope. Stay as you are. If I wanted to change it now, not the right level, but 29%, that's still not enough for you to even make the attempt, I don't think. Same with you, if I wanted to change you now, 29%, okay. Same with you. 5%. Yeah. Gotta work on you. Heavy armor's not high enough in riding. What are your goals? Your sword skill went up. Can I do Felix now for sword training? Is that okay?
He's gotten...
It is.
It may know that...
Yes. The Church of Saros.
Professor? Ma, at you the...
I'm getting the hang of this.
Give me Mercedes.
Speaking of
Nope, can't see you anymore. Okay, that's fine.
That...
This looks...
This is my most favorite dish.
This is my
This will help with the group tasks too.
Why, it's Gilbert. Training on a day off? That man will never change. No rest, apparently. Is there any need to be so diligent when nobody is watching? Ah, well, at least I can bear witness.
Professor Hanneman, is there something you need?
Ah, you noticed me. No, not at all. I was simply observing. I apologize for disturbing you.
You've done nothing worthy of apology. Although I fail to understand why you would watch my training.
Oh, well, I watch because I find it quite interesting. Your movements are most refined with no unnecessary motions. Elegant is the word, I think. I find it quite satisfying to observe. In fact, I might say I was mesmerized.
Is that so?
If only you showed a bit more emotion on your face, just to sell the rest of it. You come off a bit tense.
Training is difficult, a strain on the body. Surely it is natural for one to be tense.
Oh, I know well how difficult training can be. But in your case, it's as though you're punishing yourself.
I am sorry. It's simply how I am.
No. What do I know of your training? My criticism was perhaps unnecessary. Still, I do feel you are too hard on yourself. Would it not be easier to live a little more freely? Find something that makes you happy and embrace it wholeheartedly. It would do you a world of good.
I thank you for your advice, Professor Hanneman, but I cannot live as you do. Such a way of life is not permitted to me. Now, if you will pardon me, I will return to my training.
Not permitted? I think the only one not permitting you joy, dear Gilbert, is yourself.
Never got to see Hanneman supports with Gilbert. Or most Hanneman supports for that matter. Like the third one he had with me. Oh. Okay. So I guess I'll just build more money. Sure that's everyone.
You fought well. One to remember.
47's HP. HP is pretty good for a character. I don't know what his HP growth is. Maybe it's not bad. No, his defense growth is not great.
It was meant to be. One to remember.
What now? Let's...
I do need this to get to a B. Just leave it.
This... This will... This...
That was right. Very well then.
I learned. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
More supports. Yeah. Cool. Gilbert.
Dear Goddess, please allow His Majesty to rest in peace. Who is it? Oh, Professor. What brings you here at this hour? I am most sorry for disturbing you. The hour is late, Professor. You should be resting in preparation for the day to come. I was offering my prayers to the Goddess. It is all that I can do now. I told you I was in service of the royal family, yes? When I was only a young soldier, the king saw fit to make a knight of me. I was given the great honor of guiding and protecting the royal family. It was similar to your own work. I was a teacher of sorts. I instructed both King Lambert and Prince Dimitri in the arts of combat, tactics, and academia. I also did all in my power to keep them safe. Until that day, I was unable to fulfill my duty. I was powerless. Yes. When I received word of the attack, it was already too late. His Majesty was dead, along with many knights and soldiers. If only I had made it to Duscur more quickly. It is my fault that His Highness Dimitri has become the way he is now. After that, I abandoned my wife and child and fled my homeland. I turned my back on everything I swore to protect. My sins are countless. I will bear the weight of my guilt for as long as I live. Apologizing to my daughter and wife, devoting myself to His Highness. That is the way to atonement. And yet, even if I am granted the forgiveness of those who still live, praying is all I can do to atone to those who are with us no more. Long ago, there was someone who told me something quite similar. Forgive me. This will not do. As I grow older, I find myself talking endlessly about the past. But it is too late for such things now. I have finished my prayers. We should return.
Well, I won't have to feed you.
I am...
This'll help keep me alive.
I forgot to look at the plants last week. Oh no.
Know that we're up.
Yes. 5 long.
Professor? Mom?
I'm getting...
So mad. I missed up on a potential stat increase item.
This looks delicious.
I think there's only one person else I need. I'll just have to give him something. Yeah, just hand him.
meant to be.
This money does add up, kind of. To me, I think it's worth it.
All right.
Each one,
Next.
each one of these I got through is more than the bullion. Good point.
That much closer. It was meant to be. All right. Next.
I didn't bother looking to see if Phil's could trade me because
that much closer.
I leveled up my sword skill, so
One
he should not be able to trade me anymore.
You haven't earned my pity. It was meant to be. You haven't earned my pity. It was meant to be. All right, next. You haven't earned my pity.
Kind of stupid that they keep giving me a training sword and keep giving up different swords. Of course, giving them a skill sword is almost kind of a disadvantage because it makes them really inaccurate. Although they get this one match an iron sword.
Next.
Hello there.
The last item I never found before. Wonder if I have the first.
Need something? See you again soon.
What?
Oh, whoops. Wrong stat. I was like, shit, those are really good. 2 grace, 2 perfects. Oh my god. The game autosave or something? Thank you, autosave. Thank you, autosave. That would be 2 weeks of doing all this shit over again. That's really upsetting. I'm really mad. I should have saved before I ended the thing. Rip a load. Please. Nope, not you.
This.
I'm sorry. I know you're probably fast forwarding through this, but in case you're for some reason not.
You fought
sorry.
One to remember. Alright, next. That much closer. One to remember. You fought well. Alright, next. That much closer. It was meant to be. You haven't earned my pity.
One more of these.
You fought well. One to remember. You fought well. It was meant to be. You fought well.
Let me grab that last item real quick.
And Lady, know that we're.
At least the autosave recovers some of that lost time.
Yes. 5.
Professor? Ma?
I know last time I did sword, but that's okay.
What do you say? I'm not. Oh. Oh.
Okay, let's see. Not on that file, not my first file ever, please. Right. Manuela.
What?
Once she gets to B+, it's probably going to be secure enough.
Thanks for...
I'm just...
Okay, you're a B now.
I was not.
Just perhaps no. Just that I.
I am.
It seems my proficiency...
Well worth the effort.
I still have much to learn.
Could I put you at a C? I think I can stop teaching you Lance now. You know, honestly, you can just focus 100% on Sword at this point. You don't need any more reason, because you already have Thoron and Thunder. I don't need you to get more spells than that. Honestly, I also think those are the only 2 spells you can learn. So, it's fine. I just like to check on the progress to see like how far away they are. Okay, 25%. He's getting there. His axe is good enough. His actually doesn't even need land skills. It's just heavy armor for an A, which he's not that close to inviting for B+. The one I've been really gunning for is Manuela. 29%. Once she gets to another rank on Reason, hopefully she'll be high enough to try it. Once she gets to that level. She's very close to a C+ in Reason. Also have a net. Okay, yeah, you're good enough to try it, according to this. And your lance shouldn't take that long to get higher again. And yeah, you're practically already here. Yeah, Bow Knight has pretty... I mean, the Bow Knight stats are not great. But to get an extra 3 movement and this right here, that is so good. You lose the sniper specific ability though. The Hunter's Volley, which is a very, very, very good art, but just double attack. But that's alright. I'd still rather you get the mounted Bow Knight. Turning you into a paladin do anything for me? Wow. Yeah, I will. I'll save before I do it, but I think those are worthwhile. Anything will give you more speed. Resistance. Good.
Success.
I mean, you're still not going to be a double attacking anyone. But the extra resistance is nice, and slightly more speed makes you slightly more dodgier. And maybe you just won't get double attacked by some really slow people now. We'll see. Also, inventory. Abilities, Sylvain. I need you. Take up that. Put on this. What does Aegis do? Yeah. I mean, something like this makes a Lance of Ruin only weigh 1 for him. Because he gets -3 weight from here, plus -5 weight from his strength. So Lance of Ruin is -8 weight, so it weighs 1. Things like the Javelin now weigh 0. Things like the Iron Lance now weigh 0. Which is a nice thing. Like, that's why the minus weight is more useful on a character like Sylvain than it is on a character like Dedu or Gilbert, because he actually has speed to work with. Gilbert's at 8 speed. He's at 19. 19 isn't amazing, but it's not too bad either. And with weight being circumvented, he might double attack, or at least not get double attacked by a surprising amount of enemies. Especially those carrying steel weapons. In fact, how much is a steel? Definitely worth taking a Silver Lance. So much is a Silver Axe? I don't have a Silver Axe. I can take an Iron Axe. How much is a Silver Axe if I wanted to buy one? I'm not going to, but... $10 weight. Okay, so only weigh 2 for Sylvain. I mean, if I could get Sylvain up to like an A+ rank or something in armor, it would give him the -5 weight skill, but I'm not dedicating that much time to doing that. So where he is now is fine. Let's give him the Iron Axe, which is a weight of 0 for him. Just equip this now. Just start training your own battalion. And then once you get to C, after I've finished training on the other stuff, once he gets to C, I'll give him Dimitri's battalion. Also, you have a B. Is there nothing better you can equip? Something with a range. Guess not. I mean, this thing's abilities are good, but the stat increases are just kind of not good. Although it's plus hit. I just want a better archer one. I just don't have one though. I don't think I can buy a better archer one still, because I feel like on this difficulty they don't put new battalions up for hire. Oh. These new? These must be new. Maybe not in part 2 they have. Yeah, but these aren't that good. Well, how good is the one that Ash has? Oh, I say Sarah's archer, so Kingdom archers will probably... Oh, no. No, not... No. Where's Kingdom snipers? Right here. Yeah, I'll give him this one at least.
We're here to support.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Holy shit. It's an A rank though. So it'd have to be Dimitri or me. No one else has an A rank. And I don't think it's worth giving it to Dimitri or me because our charm is so high that I'd rather just have those attack version ones. Although Dimitri's not using an attack one, which I should really fix. I don't like that this gives minus 10 avoid. I'll keep him the way he is for now. I'll just have to keep an eye out to see if I can find an attacking one that I'd rather give him. Okay, that's enough. Till next week. Next week I'll do these two real quick, really low level ships. Make sure I bring my Noella to use some black magic. And go from there. Alright, till next time. Bye.